Okay, hi everybody. This is us getting started with Jackson. Now Jackson's actually the second trailer built, but the way things turned out, he was the first trailer out and about running around. I was going to tell everybody we went through a lot of pains to send off to the state at the exact right time on both these trailers to get the serial number, get the VIN numbers of these two trailers exactly one number apart. So Calvin, I ain't gonna tell the serial numbers on the internet, but Calvin is one serial number newer than Jackson. And on the trailer numbers, Calvin is number 40 and Jackson's number, no, it's vice versa. Jackson's 40 and Calvin's 41, which is kind of screwy. It should have been vice versa. But here's Ricky P. He pulled it the first round. Actually, we had to do some switching around. And here's me. I'm getting ready to pull the second load when I got it hooked up to Blackie. This is a few days later, actually on a different job because it's been raining like cats and freaking dogs every other day. Somebody said that our area set a rainfall record in June. It was like 12 point something inches in June. So we actually moved off the first job that got Ricky's first load in. The first load on Jackson was on a different job. And then this is actually down in Kentucky. Look how small the roads are in Kentucky. And I know with the camera angle and stuff, it looks like I'm freaking flying, but I'm not. It just, the way the camera angle is or something. I mean, I'm not letting grass grow under the wheels, but I ain't really flying, but I'm not going slow either. But here's how well this thing tracks just unbelievably. This is the best log trailer I've ever pulled in my life. It rides smooth as glass and it stands up straight and true. This is a load of ash, and usually ash is like a lighter wood, and usually when you're hauling a lighter wood you tend to cram it up in the airways, so your center of gravity tends to be higher, you know, and it has more body roll with lighter wood than it does with, say, oak or hickory or beech or something, because you end up having a lower center of gravity. So this should be about as bad as it gets as far as riding in a load, and this sucker rides, I mean, it runs fantastic. I'm just so impressed with it. It don't help in stop and go traffic though. Got down to Louisville and it still sucks in stop and go traffic where you got a brand new trailer or not. But these Kentucky roads, there's a lot of side lean and tight corners and dips and rocks and stuff, you know, rocks in the road, you know, I mean the rock over spots in the road. So it should put the trailer through a pretty good test. And I mean, I'm telling you, that sucker, you can't hardly tell it's back there. But I'll tell you one thing, and with all the rain and bullshit we have been going through and all the fighting and struggling we have been doing, trying to keep the mill fed and trying not to stay out, you know, trying to stay out of the mud and all that whatnot and everything best we can. Having these two suckers going right now sure is a tailwind to help, you know, to help keep everybody cheered up, you know, a little bit of winning, you know, for the company. Here we are at some stop and go, and we actually did get a good brake check coming down that hill at one point, and brakes are good on that baby, that's for sure. But we got our new mud flaps on it and everything. I don't know, I could go on for days going on about shit. We're coming into hometown right now. I'm coming into home stretch on the ghetto, driver. But when you hit a rough spot, all of the daggone freaking shock is just out of it. You can look out the back glass and watch that needle. Every time you hit a bad spot in the road, you can watch that needle peg in that gall back there where you know that suspension just soaking it all up, you know, it's all going in that air suspension. And it's like, I'll tell you what, if you ever pulled like a Transcraft flatbed and how soft and spongy them are when you're getting going in bouncy stuff. That's how the trailer rides. It rides just like a flatbed on air ride. I mean, it's just, except the side roll, the body roll, and the handling stuff is way better on the log trailer. Okay, so we're gonna get a video next on Calvin getting to pull him one time. See what the verdict is on him. Willie's pulled him already. He's already hauled probably 5 or 6 loads at this point, and Willie just loves him. He says he's fantastic. And I'd say that'll be about the end of trailers for a while. I think we got 2 trailers that are pretty much shitters. DOT magnets. We're gonna try to pull them in our spare time, blast them, paint them, fix any cracks or anything that may come in them, and replumb them and wire them, and then set them on the back lot and just wait for a panic situation when we got to get a lot of logs trucked in. One of them may not get pulled but 6 times a year. I don't know, for the first couple of years. We'll just see what happens to them. If they sit around too damn much, we'll put them up for sale. But when someday we finally do get around to building any more trailers, I don't see anything wrong with building them off this platform right here. We really like these. They're 40 foot. They bridge well, and they pull like a dream. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll shut up and let y'all listen to the old truck climb the hill, which this truck's pretty quiet. Old Blackie is got that sneaky exhaust on it. Later, guys. Alright guys, and I have been working on answering my comments a lot better. So if you all got a thought stirred around your head, hell, jot her down. I'll answer it later on.